Okay, so I've gotten to like my pretend end of my necklace, and I'm going to show you how to finish it off and putting on your closure. Now in this one here, I made it a little bit longer because I didn't think it was long enough, so I'm going to show you how to do this because I think this was a little too short. It was more like a choker, so you want this to kind of lay nicely on your chest. So for this end here, I exited into the Super Duo on the side as if I was going to add another component, which I will be. And now I'm just working with my 4mm pearls. So I picked up three 4mm, oops, sorry, we need to put, in between these, I put a 15-0 or 11-0, 11-0. Okay, so you're going to pick up you're going to pick up one 11-0, one 4mm pearl, one 11-0, one 4mm, one 11-0, one 4mm, and one 11-0. So I have four 11-0s and three 4mm pearls. Same way you would do for this component, you're just going to make a circle and go through all these beads for reinforcing it. And I switched over to Nymo thread, and Nymo thread works just fine. So if you're worried about using Nymo, it's perfect. It's nice and stiff, and I used it on these big ones here, so it worked out fine. Now you want to get through and exit at the top of your right angle weave here. You want to be exiting out of this top pearl here. And now you're going to pick up a 11-0, a 4mm, 11-0, a 4mm, an 11-0, a 4mm, and one more 11-0. Okay, so now you have 4 11s and 3 4mm, and go back through the pearl, making a circle again. So now it's like this. And then you're just going to go through all these beads and reinforce it. Now, when you come out after you've reinforced, okay, my needle got bent, so now it's not going through these pearls as nice as it was earlier. Now instead of exiting at the top pearl, you want to exit out of this top 11-0. So you're going to go through your 11-0, your pearl, and that 11-0 there. Okay, and not exit out of that top pearl. Okay, let's snag this up somehow. There we go. Okay, so you're exiting here. Now you want to pick up 3 11-0s because we're working with our 11-0s. 3 11-0s. Now I'm using a filigree clasp closure like I told you. Any 2-hole closure will work for this. So I'm using a wire protector, so I'm going to go through the first hole of the wire protector and then through the hole of the closure, and I'm going to pull my needle through. And then I'm going to go down the other side of the wire protector. And back down through all these beads. All 3 of them. Then I'm going to go through the pearl. So there's one side done, and kind of pinch it closed so it doesn't keep coming off. Alright, so that's done. Now you're going to pick up 3 11-0s. Okay, and now you're going to go through your wire protector again on the other side of your closure. So I'm going to go through the wire protector, the whole of my closure. And my wire protector came off. For some reason, my thread snagged it and it pulled it off. So, let me go back through this. Okay. Like so. And no, that did not work. Oopsies, wrong end. Alright, let me just get back out because this thing's just not hooking on right. There we go. Now I'll go back through the whole of this closure. Kind of got it all twisted here. There we go. And back down through the other side of your wire protector, making sure you catch your thread. In the wire protector. Alrighty, so my enamel thread's not staying in here. It's managing to come out because I stretched this piece. It's the first time I've ever done that, ever seen that happen. And back down through these 3 beads. And now you're just going to go through all of this again to reinforce it. This does not want to stay in here. I'm going to have to get a new wire protector. If the thread is so thin that it's just breaking through the hole here where the wire protector joins. Just keeps pulling out of there. And I haven't got my pliers here with me to, there we go. Alright, so it's on. Go through, you're exiting here, go through your purl now and just reinforce this entire area that you just did. Okay, so you're going to go back through your wire protector, through your closure, and you're going to do that 3 times. At least 3 times. Keep it on good and strong. Alright, so that's what it's going to look like. Now, to do some fun stuff, well, get to that soon. Go back down through your 111.0, your purl, and the other 11.0, and pull that through. Go back down through this purl because we have to stay within our bead weaving. You don't want to just go across and leave a thread hanging there. In there. Alright, now we're going to be working between, do you see where these super duos are? We're going to be putting beads in between these. And that's kind of the back. So this is the front of my work here. And we are going to be putting 11.0s in there. Let's check to make sure I'm using the right bead this time. So what you need to do now is weave your thread back through your component. So I'm going through the purl, through the super duo, and back through this purl. Right? We're not going to go through the super duo just yet. So we're at the bottom of our work, and this is supposed to be like this. So when I'm joining, it should have been 6mm, but I didn't make a 6mm one in here. I just skipped it. It's not going to make a difference. So you're going to pick up 2 11/0s. Two 11/0s and go right across into this pearl here. Okay, putting 2 11/0s in between, like that, in between your super duos, the bottom here. Now you're going to work your way down into this first crystal, because now you're into your 8mm, and we're going to do a little bit of, well, we should do, should finish this row first. So let's finish this first. Continue weaving through just the bottom beads. You don't need to be at the top right now. Picking up 2 11/0s and putting them between your super duos. So through here, place your 11/0s in there. Okay, so you're just going to do this all the way, weaving your thread through the bottom beads, making sure you don't skip any, or you'll have a thread showing. Pick up 2, go into the next components. And when you're exiting out of your beads, be sure you don't catch those 15/0s that are down here with your super duo. Okay, so I'm just going to do this right across the entire bracelet. Picking up 2 and putting 2 between my components. Go through the super duo. Through this. Pick up 2 11/0s, and now I'm going into the 6mm pearl, and you're just going to keep doing that same work. And when you get to this other end here, the other end, you're going to sew your closure on exact same way you sewed it here. And as you can see here, I was not paying attention to my closure, so you're going to have to watch that. I sewed my closure on upside down because this is a closure that goes into the filigree like this. Okay, it closes like that. So when you put your closure on, make sure you put it on the right way and not do what I just did, because that's not going to be fun. Yeah, it won't even go on that way, so that's too bad. It goes this way. So I did sew it on upside down. Wow, I'm a great teacher, eh? So when you get here, make sure you sew your other end on that way, on the face up. Whoops. On the face up part of your necklace. This is the faced up part. Wow. Well, I told you guys in the beginning of when I came back to beading that I forgot how to do this, and I wasn't joking. Just trying to refresh my own memory. Alright, so we're picking up 2 11s again, finishing this, sticking the 2 between. And through the 4mm. So make sure when you get to this end here, you add those extra right angle weaves on this end, okay? So it balances on both sides. Your bracelet or necklace is even on both sides. Now we're going to go we've already placed our 2 in here. Now we're going to pull our necklace a little bit snugger here. So now we're going to weave our way and exit out of this pearl here. Whoops, I'm covering it up. We're going to go around and exit this one because now we're on the top of our necklace. So this is what you want to do. After you've sewed on your closure here, you're just going to weave your way through the top. So you're on the top of your necklace like this. Now instead of putting 2 11-0s between our components, we're going to stick 1. Pick up 1 11-0, weave your way all the way across your bracelet, putting 1 11-0 in each one of the gaps between your components. Okay. And now you're going to see it's going to kind of pull your necklace in and curve it to what you want it to be. So it'll sit beautiful on your neck. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and finish this because you don't need me to see that, or you don't need to see me doing this. Okay, so this is all you're doing is you're putting 2 in the bottom all the way around and 1 in the top. And you can see how your necklace is beautifully curved. It's at a perfect angle for your neck. Okay, once you've pulled this tight, it curves. It's just gorgeous. And be exiting over here where you finish off, and I'll show you what to do for a pretty little dangle down here. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You could do whatever you want. Okay? Alright, be back. Okay, so you're exiting out of probably on the side here, but you're just going to weave all the way through your beads, including going through the 2 that you put on the bottom here, because you want to be exiting out of this 6mm pearl, or 6mm crystal. So I'm exiting out of the pearl where my first crystal is, 6mm crystal is, and I'm just going to go down through these 2mm, or these 2 15 beads. Okay, I'm staying within my thread path, and I need to be going down this way, so I'm exiting this way so I can work this way. So I'm going to do one of my trusty old half hitch knots right after those 2 15mm. And now I'm just going to go straight down this way. Like that. So I'm exiting through this 6mm. Now, you can do all kinds of cute things in here. You can do lots of dangle in here. You can put whatever you want in here. I am just going to put enough that I pull it together here, and I'm going to stick these 6mm, 8mm. Wait. I used 8mm in here, okay? But this is really extremely bulky on how it turned out. And I don't really like this. So let's do it this way. Let's get some 4mm, some 3mm crystals, and some 6mm crystals. So you're exiting out of here. You're going to pick up 2 15s, a 3mm, 2 15s, a 4mm, 2 15s, and a 6mm. Oh, sorry, not a 6mm, another 4mm. 2 15s. I need some more over here. 2 15s, a 3mm, and 2 15s. So you have this. All you're going to do for this is go straight across into the next 6mm, like so. So we have this dangle. See that? So pick up 2 15s, a 3mm, 2 15s, a 4mm, 2 15s, another 4mm, 2 15s, a 3mm, and 2 15s. I knew you like that. And just go across into the next 6mm bicone, pulling that in place. Now you're going to repeat that again. 2 15s, a 3, 2 15s, a 4, 2 15s, a 4, and I dropped my 15s, and 2 15s, and a 3, and your last 2 15s. So I have this. Jump across, go into there. So we have this. Is that not gorgeous? Alright, one more time, because you're going to do this a total of 5 times. 2 15s, a 3, 2 15s, a 4, 2 15s, a 4, 2 15s, and a 3, and 2 15s. Okay, so I have that. Working my way across. Oops, sorry. We're only supposed to do this 3 times, and I'm getting in way ahead of myself here. So you're only working over the 8mm pearls. So I went one too many times. When you do it with 6, you're going to have 5 of these loops. So let me just remove all these off of my thread. Okay, now you're going to weave your thread back up in here, so you're exiting out of these 2 pearls. And I'll show you. So go back up through the 4 on the end where the 6mm is, pulling this nice and tight so your work becomes nice and tight in there. Go across into the super dual that's there, back up through these 2, and into the pearl, and exit through the pearl. And it's going to start getting tight here. Well, not so bad, but it will. Now basically what you want to do here now is you want to fill in this big huge gap here, right? So what should we put in here to fill in this gap? Well, we would like to hook it to this. So let's pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 15s, 8mm pearl, 4 15s. Let's see how much that brings it down. So we're not, so this is not, 4 is too many. Well, not really. Well, it can be too many, but anyway, let's remove 1 15 on each end of the pearl. So let's take my thread snagged here. Take this off. So we're going to put 3 15s on. And I'm going to put my needle back on. So we have on here, we have 3/15. Pick up an 8mm pearl and 3/15. 1, 2, 3. You're exiting out of this pearl here. So between the two 4mm, you're going to go through those 2/15 like that. Okay, bring your needle through. And I have a knot somewhere, which is preventing me from moving on. Oh, I see what I did. There we go. Alright, so you've gone through those. Now you're going to just go back up through the pearl. Whoops. The pearl. So you went back up through. See? Like that. So you kind of grouped it here. Probably should have just stuck an 11-0 in between there, but it looks fine. So now go back up through. Don't add any beads. Go back up through these 3 of your that you put on first. Tighten this all up nice now. And exit through the next pearl in your next component. So you're going to be exiting in this next component because you just finished this. So you're going to go through the pearl. Ouch. Like so. So there's your completed dangle on that one there. And I think that looks really pretty, really sharp. Now you're going to go across, weave your way across, so you're exiting out of this pearl again. So go into the Super Duo. Some of my needles, the eye part of the needle is as sharp as the damn needle. I pushed that with my finger and it poked right through my skin. Okay, so now we're exiting out of our pearl. Sorry, it's so dry in here. Plus we have fans on and it's drying up even more. So now we're going to do the same thing here as we did here. So let's pick up 3/15. 1, 2, 3/15. 8mm pearl and 3/15. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You're exiting out of this pearl here. You're going to drop down and go through these 2 between your 4mm. These 2/15s. Pull your pearl in place here. And then just come around and go back all the way through the 3 beads, the pearl, and the 3 beads. So I'm going back through this, back through that pearl, and back through these 3/15s. Putting that in place. And now you want to exit. My tail's stuck. What else is new? It's stuck over here somewhere. I see it's got like a little knot. Mimo thread's so good for this. There we go. Alright. I know it looks like a huge mess. And it is, believe me. There we go. Now let's tighten this up. Alright. Now, exit into the next pearl. Don't exit into any other beads but that pearl. Okay. I'm exiting through the pearl, the 8mm pearl, and pull that nice and snug. So now you have 2 components done in here. I think that looks really sharp. I really like that better. then the make sure it's sitting centered before you pull your thread tight. Like this one is centered, that one's centered, and then you're just going to repeat that on the other the other ones you've done here, and that's going to be it for your necklace. And when it sits, it'll sit just like this on your neck. I can't even see that because it's upside down, but that looks, to me, that looks really stunning. Oh boy. This Nymo thread can't even express in words how much I hate Nymo thread and how it splits, snags, especially on bicones. So that's, sorry about the phone. Make sure you pull this tight so it lays beautifully like this. Okay, so I hope you really like that. This other way is way too clustered and crowded, and it's not sitting nicely, so I wouldn't do that. If you want, you could leave out some 15-0s in here and group it even tighter together, so it's more of anyway, sorry about the interruptions with the phone ringing, but I have been doing this tutorial pretty much all day. So like I said in here, if you want to take a few of the seed beads out of this and just leave them all crystals in here, that's fine too. Maybe put one big crystal in here and you can do your maneuvering around, but it's a lot tighter of a weave if you use a seed bead this small like that, and you won't see any threads. When you go around these two, you won't see any threads here, but you will see them if you use a bigger bead in here. So it's just a suggestion for you. But I mean, this here, you can play with it, make it your own, turn it into summer. You can even hang, if you're wearing this as a, making this as just like a summer necklace, a summer bracelet, hang some charms off there, off the bib of this. Just put them nice and tight together. Squeeze these nice and tight together like this, and hang charms off of it, or hang something, components off it. You know, you could do basically whatever you want with this. That's about it for the necklace tutorial. The next tutorial I'll be doing will be on the bracelet, which isn't really any different. I'm not going to go through all the process and the steps of how to do these components. There will be a link on the video for you to go watch how to do these components to do this bracelet. Oh, excuse me. And oh wow. And same with the earrings. The earrings are done exactly the same. Not hard to do. But I'll show you how to do these, just so you guys have a video to follow. Make your life easier. And these are so pretty, these earrings. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this and you give me a thumbs up that you like this beautiful necklace, and you're going to make yourself something like this for a friend in a wedding or a wedding party, or for yourself, and enter it in the contest. If you got some this is spring colors here too, so pink and white. This would look really nice with a pink shirt. The white will stand out so pretty on it. But anyway, that's it for this tutorial, and watch for part 2 or 3. I'm not sure how big this video is, so it could be 2 videos. Anyway, see you soon on the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.